So the MyPillow guy, Mike Lindell is his name, is at it again. He's all in on getting Trump back in office. And believe it or not, CNN did a decent job challenging his narrative here. Take a look.
The MyPillow guy.
Mike Lindell, yes, the MyPillow guy is convinced China hacked the election, Donald Trump really won, and Lindell has the absolute proof.
They did it in all the states, every single state.
And they changed the votes.
Every single state.
And you have the proof.
Yes.
That will show
I have the whole
the
data.
actual exchange of votes.
Yep, 100%. 100%.
It is, of course, complete nonsense. Despite every piece of so-called evidence Lindell has presented so far, 3 videos, a lawsuit, screenshots he sent to CNN, there's still no proof that the election was hacked, and that's according to 24 cyber experts and election officials contacted by CNN.
100% evidence.
When Lindell released his so-called evidence, in videos like this, fact-checkers quickly found out it was evidence of nothing. These images are just publicly available voter data, scrolling across the screen, not proof of election hacking. So Lindell changed his story, saying now the real evidence will be revealed at a cyber symposium, streamed live with MyPillow discounts available throughout. And as further proof, he sent CNN a preview, 6 different screenshots.
You sent us this on Friday.
Yeah.
What is this?
That's just one piece of 1.2 billion lines of data from the election. Okay, within that will be timestamps of when it happened. There'll be flips in there.
So we sent this to our own experts. He said that it doesn't show any specific actions of any kind, election-related or not, and it's proof of nothing.
Okay, so he said that's nothing, huh? Well, he's wrong. Then you didn't hire a cyber expert.
We didn't consult just one cyber expert. We consulted 9 top election security experts who told us Lindell's screenshots were extremely rudimentary metadata and completely ridiculous. We also reached all 15 officials from the 15 counties where Lindell says, without any proof, votes were hacked and switched. Lindell mentions some of the counties in his videos and lists them out in his counter lawsuit against Dominion Voting. They are counties that use paper ballots counted by systems not connected to the internet. Every one of them told CNN there is no evidence they were hacked by anyone.
You identified 15 counties where the votes were switched. We contacted all 15 counties, red and blue. Red and blue.
That doesn't matter.
And we couldn't find a single person that said this is even possible. They say, are you mistaken?
Right.
They think you're wrong.
Right.
The bottom line is they have paper ballot backups that prove that they were not.
So you guys went and they let you audit there? They let you do a full audit, CNN? You guys did a full audit on 15 counties, huh?
We did what Lindell did not do. We went to Delta County, Michigan to see how the election was carried out. Trump won here, nearly 2-1.
The state, Michigan, entry point owner, Delta County.
In his videos and his lawsuit, Lindell claims someone in China hacked the election system here and stole away precisely 3,215 Trump votes and turned them into Biden votes. The Republican county clerk, Nancy Przrocki, finds the allegation laughable for one main reason.
It is never connected to the internet.
Never.
Never connected to the internet. At all, whatsoever.
Not only are they not connected to the internet, the votes are cast by hand on paper. Voters scan their ballots into this Dominion scanning machine where 2 digital storage cards keep a tally. The paper ballot goes right into this bin under lock and seal.
And that container is sealed.
And just to check that everything went okay, they conduct audits, comparing the paper ballots to the results on the computer. And in 2020, it was an exact match.
We audited 3 different precincts, and they matched exactly. So
what would you say to somebody who made a documentary that, among many counties, accused your county of being the victim of a Chinese hack that changed the vote counts?
I would say that didn't happen in Delta County.
A Republican-led Michigan State Senate investigation found out it didn't happen.
That was glorious. The best part by far is when Lindell's like, it was hacked by China. I have the county. I have the exact vote count. I know exactly what went on here. And then they talk to the election county official, and they're like, this isn't even connected to the internet, bro. Imagine being Lindell when you hear that, and you're like in court. It's like, fuck. Double check that. Where are my researchers? Oh, that's right. I don't have any because I just make shit up. Jesus Christ, man. That was rough too. I actually started feeling bad for him about halfway through the report. I'm like, stop. He's already dead. And even the Dominion voting things. So I'm on the record on this. I don't think we should have any private companies involved in with the machines or the vote counting or whatever. I think it should all be public infrastructure. But make no mistake about it, son. That company is stopping at nothing to clear their name. I think they sued, it was either Newsmax or One American News Network, because they kept pushing the idea that, like, no, the election's stolen and these machines are the big part of it because they're, like, controlled by Venezuela or something. You seriously think Venezuela is swinging a U.S. election? But they're suing, and I think they may have even threatened a lawsuit on Fox News or sued Fox News or something, because they're like, none of this is true, and we're going to fucking clear our name. Because what they're saying is, you're hurting our fucking business here and our bottom line, and we're going to make sure in a court of law we prove that we've done nothing wrong. So we're going to take everybody to court who makes a bogus claim about this. So ultimately, even though without a doubt there shouldn't be private companies allowed involved in public elections, what they're saying happened didn't fucking happen, and it's not even close. And by the way, another weird takeaway from this is sort of fuck CNN, because this proves that when they want to do a good job, they could do a good job. They give themselves free rein to do a good job because this guy is such a fringe lunatic on the right, and obviously CNN more associates with corporate Democrats, so they feel like, oh, open season, we're going to rip this guy to shreds. And they do a good job, but that leads me to believe, like, hey, assholes, do a good job on all your stories. Where are your stories on unions? Where are your stories on Wall Street corruption? Where are your stories on endless war and why we need to end those? So it's so selective in how they choose to be good, but they were really good here. So to me, the debate enders are as follows. You have local officials, you have secretaries of state, you have judges. They even said it right there, Michigan audit done by the Republican Party, and they're like, yeah, Trump's wrong about all this, and the election was totally legit. Again, how many times do they have to tell you? How many times do they have to do it? The number of even Republican state legislatures, guys, Trump ally, huge Trump ally, Brian Kemp of Georgia, he was like, yeah, Biden won. It's legit. I'm telling you. Doug Ducey of Arizona, he certified Biden won in Arizona, and these were two states that were contested for the longest time. These are Trump allies who are like, Donald Trump is wrong. The election is over, and Joe Biden won it. There were 60 cases filed by Trump's legal team through the court system, and the only victory Trump had was one. He notched, and it's described as one small victory in a fight over the deadline to provide missing proof of identification for certain absentee ballots and mail-in ballots in Pennsylvania. So it was more of like a procedural thing and doesn't change the outcome at all. So of 60 cases, Trump lost 59 of them. And probably the most devastating fact is, guys, there were Republican judges, but even Donald J. Trump appointed judges who looked at the evidence and laughed it out of the fucking courtroom. So if everybody who's your ally is like, hey, dog, this is not true, maybe it's time to wrap it up, skis. But I know he's protecting his ego. He likes to feed into the QAnon stuff and drop little things here and there. But yeah, there's still some percentage of the company, and that's the creepiest part. There's some percentage of the country, that looks at Mike Lindell and they're like, truth teller. That's the guy who's crusading for Donald Trump, who's right on all of it, and he's exposing the deep state and the fake news media, and he's on top of them. Guys, sometimes a cigar is just a cigar. Sometimes a crank is just a crank. And sometimes the fringe is just the fringe. Like, homeboy is just wrong. And this is coming from me. The idea that I'm like a fan of Joe Biden, are you fucking kidding me? I made an ad for Bernie. Now, obviously, they didn't run it. I wasn't affiliated with the Bernie campaign. But I made an ad where I basically show all of Joe Biden losing his mental faculties. I don't know which word fits there, but it's one of the two. Where he's basically... He's slow. He lost a step. He's sundowning. What do you want me to tell you? There's video of Joe Biden time and time again not being able to speak. And I ran an ad saying, look at this motherfucker. Don't vote for him. Vote for Bernie. So nobody's been tougher on Joe Biden than me. Nobody tries to hold Joe Biden accountable more than me on the left. So I'm no fan of Joe Biden, but facts are facts, and he won the fucking election. And Mike Lindell is like, he represents the remnants of a movement that can't let go and can't move on. And I don't know. You guys tell me, what percentage of the population is where Mike Lindell is? What percentage is it? I genuinely don't know. Is it 5%? Is it 10%? Is it 15%? Is it 20%? Is it 30%? I don't know, but it's really sad at this point. And when even CNN can run circles around you and rip your claims to shreds, and even Republican judges and secretaries of state and your allies, governors, all these people are like, you are just wrong. I do think that says something.